What's good, chat? Welcome to another video, and today we're going to be talking about ugly privilege. Now you're probably wondering, what the fuck is ugly privilege? And I'll tell you. For context, let's look at pretty privilege. Pretty privilege is a person who has more opportunities and becomes more successful in life because of how attractive they are. You see that all the time with Twitch streamers like Pokemon or YouTubers like SSS Sniper Wolf, people like that usually have benefits in life when it comes to certain careers because of their looks. And obviously they take advantage of it because why the fuck not? It's more money in their pocket. But obviously it comes with negatives, unwanted attention, superficial relationships, pressure to maintain appearances, low self-esteem issues. There's a lot of negative consequences of pretty privilege that I'll put right here. I'll just plug it right now. Now let's look at ugly privilege, shall we? Ugly privilege is defined as perceived benefits or advantages that people who are considered conventionally unattractive might experience, in contrast to pretty privilege. These advantages are described as genuine relationships, freedom from unwanted attention, developing personality and skills, lowered expectations, and freedom from aesthetic pressure. Basically, they get all the advantages of being an actual human being, but they don't have to worry about superficial shit because they're super pretty or whatever. Now, I will say, I've heard this argument before in a degenerosity video. I hope my children are ugly. Goated ass YouTuber, by the way. But basically, he's just saying everything that I'm saying right now. Like, all the benefits of being ugly and how you don't have to worry about being, like, sexualized or sexually assaulted, stuff like that. He's just talking about that in this video. If you want to know what my personal opinion is, I would say that there are benefits to being ugly, but at the same time, there's still disadvantages to being ugly, just as how there's disadvantages of being pretty. Now, obviously, with being ugly, you don't have to worry about superficial relationships. You can develop personality and skills because you're not gonna be able to depend on your looks like pretty people do. And you're free from unwanted attention, obviously. You're free from the pressure of society, lowered expectations. Basically, you're just living your life. You get to live your life freely without having to worry about being judged by your looks. Well, okay, that's a fucking lie. You're still gonna get judged by your fucking looks. That's the whole point I'm trying to make with this fucking video, is that ugly privilege doesn't really make sense to me. Like, honestly, when I really think about it, there are probably plenty of ugly people out there. I'm not calling you ugly if you are, but if you are and you know it, then yeah, this is for you. But I'm sure there are probably plenty of ugly people out there that are probably thinking to themselves, or were thinking to themselves back in the day, damn, I wish I was pretty. Because realistically, like, if you were born ugly and you grew up ugly, you're not gonna feel like that's a advantage. You're not gonna feel the benefits of that. You're gonna feel the disadvantages of that. I'm talking about name calling, bullying, exclusion from parties or social groups, shit like that. Being ugly basically meant that you were just unwanted. And like I said before, we live in a society where beauty is the standard. So with that being said, if you were ugly in this society, you were going to be overlooked by so many fucking people. And while it may seem like an advantage for some people, for a lot of people, it just comes off as being like really fucking hurtful or just really fucking demeaning, like they're just not worth as much as the next person because they're not as pretty. So with that being said, I think ugly privilege is dumb as shit. Like, I'm not gonna lie, there's no privilege to being ugly. There really isn't. For pretty privilege, yes, there is, but at the same time, there's still disadvantages to that. But realistically, if you really think about it, yes, there are benefits to being pretty in this society. That's why pretty privilege is a thing in the first place, because people have acknowledged that pretty people get more opportunities, better opportunities, and overall just live better lives than ugly people because they're fucking pretty. Let's make an example real quick, shall we? Take an ugly girl, for example. Okay, if an ugly girl made an OnlyFans, that shit would not make any money whatsoever. But if a pretty girl did that shit and they have a good social media following, they would make like 10K first week, realistically. Or again, like I said before, Twitch and YouTube. There are plenty of female Twitch streamers and female YouTubers that benefit from being pretty. I mean, for fuck's sake, I can make a whole fucking list of that shit, but I'm not going to because I don't want y'all gooners to be gooning that shit, alright? But you know exactly who the fuck I'm talking about, okay? Every other female Twitch streamer or YouTuber I can't name right now, they all benefit from being pretty. And before I get to my conclusion, I want to play this video I found on TikTok that inspired this video.
There is no such thing as ugly privilege. Like, it's nothing beneficial of people excluding all this stuff because of the way you look. Y'all keep saying ugly privilege exists. There's no benefits to being ugly in a world where beauty is everything. I need y'all to understand that. Like, I was bullied. I know how cruel people can be when they do not find you attractive. They treat you like shit, especially the men and the women. Like, women will look down on you and the men will literally just be mean to you for no fucking reason. Like, literally just extra mean. And if that's the case, if y'all had a choice right now, would you rather be ugly and have quote unquote ugly privilege, or would you be pretty and have pretty privilege?
So to summarize my video, ugly privilege is stupid as shit. I'm gonna get right to it. It's dumb as fuck. Stop saying ugly privilege. It's not fucking real. And look, I'm not gonna act like I've never called someone ugly before. I have, and I bet you guys have too. But realistically, we just gotta stop calling people ugly, okay? No one's ugly, okay? Beauty is subjective. Everyone finds different value in certain things, you know? And that's definitely the case for beauty. How many times we gotta repeat history before niggas realize that calling people ugly does not do anything beneficial whatsoever for society? Let's do an exercise, okay? The next time you think about calling someone ugly or chopped or gross, think about exactly how that would make you feel if you got called that shit, okay? Stop yourself from doing it before you do it, because you never know what someone could be going through, and you never know if them hearing those fucking words coming out of your mouth could cause them to do something that they might fucking regret, and that you're gonna regret because you said those fucking words to them in the first place. If you've been here for a while, you know I say it all the fucking time, but do better. Do better. Listen to the video, do better. But with that, guys, this has been Xavier Rants coming at you with Rants. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. If you want to leave a comment, put it in the comment section. Join the Twitch because we finna get active on that shit. And everything else can be found in the link tree. Link in description. Other than that, adios.